This is Dee Edwards. I am the master coach of the Startup Business Factory, and I am spending this time waiting on someone to pick up the phone and reading Her Chronicles. That my business coach is one of the contributing authors, but it is authored by the fabulous Jay Stone. And I'm in chapter 1 reading about her process, and this part is called During the Work. Removing self-hate is a process. You don't just wake up one day and love yourself. First, you have to accept yourself, then like yourself, and finally love yourself. And many times we try to take the focus off of ourselves and we put it into business, but all along we find out that we have not accepted ourselves. There's so much about us that we don't like, and we spend it trying to help other people, trying to put that effort into our business, but we're missing the very thing that's hindering our businesses, and that's learning to accept ourselves. Now, right now, you may be overweight, your eyes may be big, your thighs may be too big, and you have a corn on your toe. But if you can learn to accept everything about yourself, and I'm talking about even that part of you that you don't like, right now I want you to work on accepting it. And then the book said, then you have to like yourself. Now, this is a hard part because we grow up and people criticize every part about us. They criticize our forehead, our eyes, our lips, our nose. And so we end up walking around hating the very thing that other people hate about us. And so we learn not to accept ourselves, and we learn not to like ourselves. But we have to change that if we want to reach the level that we need to reach in our lives. And then finally, we have to learn to love ourselves. Love ourselves meaning, you know what? I may be overweight right now, but I'm still worth loving. I may have the worst attitude of my life, but I am still worth loving. I may do everything wrong, but I'm still worth loving. If you're going to deal with the self-hate, as this book talks about, you got to walk yourself through that healing process. It is a process. And as a matter of fact, the book also says that it is a lifelong commitment, because the higher you climb your ladder of success, the more that people are going to criticize everything about you. Do you think that it's hard for me to be a black girl with red hair, red eyebrows, and be as bold as I am and a business owner? Absolutely not. Many times we get caught up in the glam of things, and people get caught up in the glam of our lives, but not understanding the pressure and the criticism that comes with being what other people call successful. It takes other people for me to even know that I am successful, because that's not what I focus on. I focus on being who God created me to be. I focus on my assignment. I focus on my business. I focus on my family. And most importantly, I focus on my relationship with God. But in the midst of all of that, there's some work that I have to do concerning myself. Because when you grow up like I did, being criticized, being on your own since the age of 16, and have to do nothing but hustle and grind your way, then you do go through a self-hate process. But I want to encourage all of us to commit to loving ourselves, to commit to this long life commitment of self-healing, and know that there's a lot of things that we may not like about ourselves, but we are still simply amazing just the way that we are. If you don't change nothing else about you, if you don't work on nothing else, guess what? You are amazing. You are wonderful. You are loved, and there's people who love you, who want to be around you, who accept you just the way that you are. All of us know there's some work that we have to do. We'll do the work. Let's commit to doing the work, but also let's commit to accepting ourselves, liking ourselves, and then loving ourselves. This is Dee Edwards, the master coach of the Startup Business Factory, and I know that this message helps you to think bigger, reach higher, generate profits, and I will see you at the top.